Today we are going to see some of the problems from the review packet. You received these, okay, on your Google Classroom, and today we're going to work on some of those. This is a thick packet, and we have a lot of information here. 15 multiple choice questions and 5 that you have to solve. So today I'm going to start with some of the multiple choice questions. So I will start with number 1. Number 1 says, draw a box and whisker plot for each set of data. The plots are already drawn over there for you. So what you have to do is to see if the information with the numbers that you have on top on the set are the same as the ones that are represented in the graph. And if not, we have to find which ones are wrong. So look at this. I'm already going to write the numbers here in the correct order, because if I write them in the wrong order, then it takes longer. So correct order so we can find the information that we need. So the correct order for problem number 1 is 25, 27, 31, 34, another 34, and then 37, 44, 48, 50, 52, and 54. Let me see if I didn't miss any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I didn't miss any. This verification is very important because if you notice, sometimes the problem just gets wrong because we forget one of the numbers, or we write a number more times than it should be there, and then we mess up with the entire information. So here we go. If I have 11 numbers over here, the one in the middle is going to be 37. So 37 here is my number in the middle. So it is my median. What I have is this set of information now and this set of information now to find what? Upper quartiles and lower quartiles. So for here, median is 37. The lower quartile is going to be what? The number in the middle of this information here. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the one in the middle is what? 31. So my lower quartile is 31. And then I go to the upper quartile. Upper quartile, my number is going to be, again, the one in the middle. So 1, 2, 3. The third number here, 50. That is my upper quartile. So 37, 31, 50. My lowest number is 25. And my greatest is 54. So when I look at the graphs that I have here, letters A, B, C, and D, I see that B has the wrong lower number. I see that C has the wrong higher or greatest number. And I see that D has the wrong lowest quartile or lower quartile. So I assume, or I deduct, that letter A is the one that has all the correct information for this problem. So for problem number 1, the right answer is letter A. The next problem I'm going to do is number 8. So number 8, look, before 8 we're doing 7. So number 7 says, how many outliers are in the data? If you go on the graph right here, question number 7, how many outliers are there in the data? If you go in the data, you see that the only number that is not with a whisker here is number 461. All the others are included in the data, in the box and whisker plot. So number 461 is the only outlier. So my correct answer here is just one outlier. And then we're going to go to number 8. Number 8 says, the box and whisker plot shows the number of hours Sonia studied for the science exam. What does the length of the box and whisker plot tell you about the data? So it's important that when we look at the graph here at the box and whisker plot, we are able to come up to conclusions. So let's read all the information that we have here. Letter A. The data below the lower quartile is more spread out than the data above the upper quartile, which is not true, because if you look, the numbers, let me draw it over here. I think it is easier if we see the graph. So I will draw the box and whisker plot here. So this is not number 1 anymore. This is number 8 now. And the first number I have here is 6, and then 8, 10, 12, all the way to 19. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 19. And my box and whisker plot is 6, and then 8, all the way to 15. My median here is 10, and here. So look, letter A says the data below the lower quartile. So they're talking about this information here. This 25% of my information here is more spread out than the data above the upper quartile. So this is the upper quartile. This is the data above the upper quartile. Look, that doesn't make much sense, because this data here is very short. Look, right here. And this data here is much more spread out. So no, this is not correct. The data above, letter B, the data above the upper quartile is more spread out than the data below the lower quartile. So yes, the data above here, the upper quartile, is more spread out than the data below the lower quartile. So yes, correct. The data is evenly spread out between the below and lower and above the upper quartile. So no, it's not evenly spread out. It's exactly the opposite. And none of these, which is also not correct. So for this one, the correct answer is letter B, because this data here is more spread out than this data here. The same way that this data is more spread out than this one over here. Okay, thank you, and I hope we'll see each other again tomorrow. Bye.